My name is Mark Anthony Dubose Jr. I was born July 4th, 1986. I want to say thank you for tuning in. Today, I'm talking about something that is just strange to me. Strange in a way of, everybody's always telling me what isn't going to work. Everybody's always trying to say to me that you can't get anything by doing it like that. Someone's always trying to tell me that you're not going to be able to find the success that you're actually going to be able to find if you do it the way that I want to do it. But yet in the end, how is it that I'm able to, I guess we gotta go this way, guys. We're going super off-roading today, just because. How is it that I'm able to actually get what it is that I want by doing the way that everyone's telling me isn't gonna work in the end? And I believe that there's a very interesting dilemma situation that goes on this planet. Have you actually tried it? Everyone's always telling you it's not gonna work, but they never actually tried it. Everyone's always telling you, and they can even, this is the part that's super complicated but simple. It's super complicated in the sense that if someone said that that's not going to work, we should just be able to take their word for it and okay, it didn't work for you, and move forward in life. And I used to 100% think that. I started going down and reading lots of books and what these guys are saying is how I should do it, and they've already tried it, didn't work, and I'm like, okay, well, no reason for me to do that. But I think that that's actually disastrous to do, because how do I know what exactly they did? What exactly was going on with them? Did they go to the whole plan of what it is that you are actually wanting? Did they actually, and what realizing in the end, are they looking for the same result that you are actually looking for? Because we can all say we have similar things that you're looking for, like me. Something that, I don't know what it is with these dang dogs. Everyone's telling me that what I do with them is not going to get me anywhere. It's not going to work. I'm not going to be able to get what I want in the end. And at the end of the day, do you even know what I want in the end? Or are you just trying to put upon me of what it is that you think that I want? And then you're going to tell me that I'm not going to be able to get it because it's not the plan that, Kai, we're not doing that right now. Not the whole plan of what it is that you are actually looking for. So the only way to really know if it's gonna work or not is if you actually just follow through and do it and keep working and be as persistent as absolutely possible. Just keep working at it, keep working at it, keep working at it. Because I don't know what it is. I just see things in my life that just keep happening to me that people just keep saying, that's not gonna go anywhere. That's not gonna work. Nothing's gonna come from that. You're not gonna be able to get anything by doing that. And I'm just seeing with my world and my life, with what it is that I want, I got it. I'm able to have all these things that people say that I can't have, I can't do. How do we get to the point that we're just so willingly to just listen to what someone has to say and just totally agree with them without really doing any word I could use here is fact checks? We just accept what they say. Just, oh, that is what it is. It can't be anything else. And we just move along as if they have all the answers. They got it all figured out already. How are we so, that's the word to use, is gullible, but more like childlike, that we just accept defeat basically because someone else says, oh, that's not gonna work. As opposed to just doing what we know we want. We got the ideas that came to us in our mind. We got the concepts already. We got a game plan put together. And then someone just comes in and says, yeah, no, that's stupid. Now, granted, you trying to go thieving and robbing and doing something destructive like that. Of course, if someone's telling you that's not a good idea to go rob that bank, don't do that. And I hope that I'm speaking to a wise enough audience that is understanding what I'm saying here. Is understanding that you had in your brain that you wanted to, I don't know. I don't know why that came to mind. Sell baseball or basketball sports cards. You're like, I want to get sports cards and I want to be a sports card memorabilia trader dealer. You've already got so much and you know so much about the business and you're just like, it's just what I want to do. Why is it that we go to a friend, a neighbor, a family member, and we ask them about that idea and they're like, oh, that's stupid. That ain't gonna go nowhere. You know why it's stupid? Because they don't have that drive in you of how cool these sports cards are to you. How even just entertaining that they are, to just look at them and just see them, see the differences and see the changes going out throughout the decades of how we've evolved with making them, and just the whole overall experience of it all. They don't care. But yet we listen to what they have to say, and we just stop doing everything that we're doing because it didn't work out for them. But you didn't know. You didn't know. Because who knew what you were actually looking for? Where everyone, for some reason, this is funny. This is why, to me personally, don't ever take advice from straight up just me about how to be able to get more stuff, because I don't have more stuff. And it's interesting that we take advice from someone that doesn't have what it is that you're looking for, and at the same time, they don't even know what it is that you're looking for, to be able to really allow them to influence anything that you're trying to that they're trying to say to you. I don't know about y'all, but we got like crazy amounts of these helicopters flying around all the time now. It's these I don't know what they are. I think they're just Black Hawk ones. Just every day. They used to only come around like once every 3 or 4 months or so. I'd see them on a weekend, but now it's every day I've been seeing them. It's weird that there's only just one right now, but every day they're out flying around. I don't know what's going on with that. It's kind of weird to me. But what's going on in your area? In my area, we got these helicopters flying every day. Usually, and nowadays, I've been seeing them in groups of 4 and more. I never see that many at once. Something going on. But I never take advice from someone that is just not nowhere near or doing anything that it is that you want or looking for or desiring. For me, I'm gonna take all kinds of advice from all the minimalist channels that I watch on the YouTube, and because they're my inspiration. It's not about having nothing. It's about having just what you need, and just using just what you need, and getting rid of all the extra that you're just not using. Because my rule of thumb is, if I haven't used it and it's in a garage or in storage for more than 3 months, I'm donating it, throwing it away, or selling it. It's gone out of my life. I clearly haven't used it in 3 months. I clearly don't need it. And then you get that, oh, what if you need it later on? For that one time, I'll just borrow it from somebody, and then I'll put it back away again. It's, I mean, just give it back to them. And it's out of my life. I don't need it. And I'm going to listen to what they have to say, because they're actually living and doing and being what it is that I'm looking for. And this is the part with me that's a long intro to get to the point of what I want to talk about. But bear with me. We've got all these people out here that are working with these dogs, that are telling you what isn't going to work. But yet they don't know what you're looking for. They have no idea what it is that you actually want. But they're going to tell you that that's not going to work. So many people told me that the stuff that I've been changing to work with my dogs is not going to get me anywhere. It's not going to, it's going to go absolutely nowhere. Buddy, your dogs are going to get worse. Your dogs are going to start wanting to bite people, and your dogs are going to want to bite other dogs, and things are just going to go downhill if you just, the word I want to use here is be more relaxed, more open, more free, more allowing the dogs to straight up push me around a little bit. Not all the time. Not all the time. I definitely have, because I have boundaries, and I have no. I'm going to say no. If I don't want you to do something, I'm saying no. But that's all I got to do, is literally just say that word out of my mouth. That word to my dogs today is so powerful that it does restrict me from really wanting to use it, because I can see how it just gets deep in their core. When I say no to my dog, it's deep in their core. They just look at me like all I could say is like fear comes over them. And it's weird, because I've never paired no with anything. I'm just telling them what I don't want. And if I have to get a little firmer with my voice, they're just like, okay, we're done. I've gotten that more without having to use a leash or a collar or something to actually get them to understand what no means. By allowing the dogs to be able to just run and play and be more free. By allowing my dogs to meet and interact with more other dogs. This has definitely changed up throughout the years. I used to be able to walk in a different area than I just did. I'm not lost, but I'm lost. But just be more free. Just even right now, where I'm walking and doing what I'm doing, just being more free. Just being more, just not going by the specific path, the specific trail, just doing something different. And I'm finding things to be much, much, much better because I'm doing what it is that I'm looking for, that I want, not what you want, not what you're looking for. This is the part with me that I don't know how we have people have just accepted someone to say, I'm the expert, I'm the professional, so I know how to do all for everything. How we've just accepted that and just say that, hey, since they're the expert, since they've done this for more time than I've done this, they definitely do know everything. And what they say is what I need. I think that that's the biggest disconnect right now that most people are having, and not just even the dog, but all relationships today. Because all these so-called relationship coaches and all these so-called churches that are even trying to help out with marriages, and all these people that are all trying to help out and be able to get you to get in a better place, they don't have what it is that you're looking for, but yet they're going to try to explain to you how to get what it is that you're looking for. It's not going to add up. It's not going to go anywhere. Nothing's going to happen from it because they have no idea, because they don't even have it. But we're taking all this advice from all these people. Like, the fastest way to really destroy marriages, straight up, is to go to marriage counseling, because they're going to, unfortunately, one person's right and the other one's wrong. And if one's right, one's wrong, that means that we got to start to fix and change somebody, as opposed to just being both right and both wrong, and realizing that we just need to, the best word to use there is compromise with what's going on. Compromise with understanding that we're each individuals and we're not going to both be the same. It's something that is just weird that we're going to these, y'all outs. Kai, outs. Ofi, outs. Let's go on the trail over here. We're not gonna sit here and just chew bones. Come on, out. The Kahi is the funniest. When I tell him out, he like literally sticks his tongue out to like shove it out of his mouth as fast as possible. And I didn't get that from throwing the treat on doing dog training stuff, peoples. Throwing the treat on the floor, the dog tries to go get it, yank the dog away with the leash. No, I just look at him, I said, drop it. And he didn't drop it, and I just took it out of his mouth, and he's like, oh, okay, that's what that means. Oh, we're done. Yeah, we're done. We're not moving, we're not playing games here. We're not trying to just go back and forth with this little silliness. Because again, I'm trying to do what someone else is trying to tell me to do, as opposed to doing what I know that I want to be able to do. We're gonna go left, left, left. Nope, yep, nope. I gotta work your, Kai, gotta work your left and rights. Come on. We walking today, guys. We going. So this is how my dogs look when basically I just first get going, start this video right away. Most of them I start a little bit later on because I just don't want people to be in the middle of my videos. But I know no one's out here today. There might be one person, but no one's out here. And we did a little off-roading. So they look a little different in the beginning compared to the end. Of course, at the end, they're gonna be much more tired. But in the beginning, they're much more spunky and fast and quick. But they're still not like crazy. Anything that I would say is unmanaged. Oh, okay, you good. Come on. Come on. Don't pay attention to me. Just don't, that's the part. Just zone me out. Just do what y'all do. But people always telling me how to do stuff, how to get it done. The expert said this, the expert said that, the professional said this, the professional said that. You know, I believe that we can have that when it comes down to how to fix a car, how to do just tasks, but not how to have a relationship with something, anything, a bird, anything, any animal, any insect, how to have a relationship with them. The more that we're listening to the experts, the more that you're getting further away from what it is that you are wanting, that you're looking for, especially when we're watching people that don't even do and have what it is that you are. For me, it's like so there's a trainer that I used to watch that said something really something I never even thought of. And I'm going to say it right now here. I'm talking about, because one of the trainers that I really like is Stoney Dennis. But it's interesting that Stoney Dennis is the type of trainer that I also am, because we do stuff. We go places. We want the dogs like everywhere. And he works for people that are like that. He doesn't work for people that just get the dog and want to just lead a dog in the backyard and think that that's good enough for the dog. No, he's working with people that are like pretty much active or up moving. And this is what I do. I'm up active. Like this Dalmatian to me, we do a lot together. This shepherd here, we do not as much, but we do a lot together. And I'm always doing stuff and going places and interacting with people, interacting with dogs, and just out and about. And for me to try to give someone that advice of how to be able to have what you're looking for, if you are the opposite of that, you just want to have a backyard, I think that's good enough for your dog, we're clashing. So anything that I say isn't going to work. And this is the problem. Most of the experts in this so-called dog training world, their dogs are crated in the house and they don't even know how to keep them from being uncrated. They bring it out to work with the dog and then they put the dog back in the crate again. And they just do that for year after year after year until the dog finally they'll mellow out at some point. When they get old, all dogs do, all humans, everything does. But a spunky 10-week-old dog, a spunky 6-month-old puppy, the dog is just crated all day, all night. They bring it out to do some drills and then they lock it right back up again. Is that the life that you're looking for? Because that's what that stuff it gives to you. That's what you're gonna have. I don't know. Right now, I don't know a single one dog trainer, one that's classified as that puts himself for hire to say that that's what they do. I don't know one that has their dogs at the house right now, able to just walk around, and they can leave, they can come back. I don't know a single one. I don't know one. Every single trainer that I've ever known, and probably still going to further know, do not live the lifestyle that almost 99% of people want with their dog. It's just being had a dog hang out at the house. So we're taking advice from someone that's the professional, that's the expert, that is not able to even replicate what it is that you are looking for and what you want. Because I got a very interesting comment from someone that was basically trying to just challenge me months and months and months ago. Now, unfortunately, I think that was one of the few people that I deleted because they just kept going and going and going. And they're like, if you're so good, why don't you leave your dogs inside the chicken coop and leave? Can you leave them in there and come back hours later and they don't kill any of the chickens? And I'm like, how stupid, for one, is it to do that? That's why there's the coop for the chickens to keep them safe away from the predators. But then I was like, let me test it out. And I can do that because I'm not coming at this in the sense of training. I'm coming at this in the sense of building my relationship with my dog to tell them what it is that I'm looking for, what I'm not looking for, communicating with them, just being able to go places and not have to train them into what I want, but be able to explain to them what it is that I want. I don't need to throw a treat to get them to look over here, don't look over there. I don't need to use my leash to even force them to look over here and don't look over there. I could just say to them, don't look over here. Why? Because it's a lifestyle. It's moving, it's just living. And I had to start to pay attention to people such as Stoney Dennis to figure out how to be able to get that, because that's what he does. He communicates through talking to the dog. He'll give him a treat here and there for the first day or 4. But after that, it's all about just the expectation of, I showed you what I'm looking for. Now he's going to start talking to the dog. And the dog understands those words. He understands that language because of the activities that they're doing. This is how my dogs understand. We stay on the trail. I mean, she'll go off a little bit, but I don't care if she goes 5 feet off. She can't go 50 feet into the middle of these woods. How have I been able to do that? Through just doing it every single day. People always ask me that. How do your dogs just stay on the trail? They don't just take off? I'm like, no, because this is the language that I'm showing them. When they go off the trail, I say, that's not what I want. Let's keep on moving. And that doesn't come down to training. That just comes down to being able to get that dog to understand what it is that I'm saying. And we're just able to talk. So he was able to, I've watched hundreds of hours of his videos in reality. And I still do, because he does what I do. We match up with what it is that I'm looking for. He's about getting up, going out and doing stuff. He's got the tractor out there, getting the dogs cool with it. He's got the four-wheelers out there, getting the dogs cool with it. He's got the other dogs all out there, getting the dogs cool with it. That's my life. And if that's what your life is like, it's going to match up. But for some reason, the experts want to just say and go a completely different route than that, of saying that they know it all because of what they have and what they're working with, without even trying it out a different way. That's the biggest struggle with me, with doing what it is that I'm doing. I hit crossroads of, oh my goodness, what am I doing here? I could double down further into what I'm doing, or I could try to scrap that and go on to do something completely different. Because that's where I started to get a lot of pressure from an old trainer. I don't know if he still even give me pressure today or not, but about how what I'm going to do isn't going to work. And there's only one way. That's weird to me, because what I'm doing is working and way better than I even could imagine in the end. I'm still not at the end, but I've had this dog now for a year. I told myself in about 2 to 3 years, she's going to be really nice. And if I stay firm with staying at this change, I'm probably going to see that to be even faster. And I am seeing it to be much, much faster. And people are all saying that I'm not going to be able to simply just do what it is that I'm doing right this second. That I would need to, like, I don't even know what words to use there, but I have to go by their protocol, or else I'm not going to be able to have that dog that's just like can be out in public, for instance. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be wild. And again, I purposely got a Dalmatian to make my transition with this even more complicated. I can give me a German Shepherd and they're straight up easy dogs. Give me another Border Collie. I wouldn't put that on a Border Collie to be a public dog, because that's just not who they are. I can get any of these other dogs and it would have been much, much easier. But I got a dog that is much more difficult, and I'm realizing, I don't know what it is with me. That's why I get stuck on that concept of wanting more dogs, because I enjoy the process. I don't really enjoy the end result. That's why I really want to get into the switch that I really want to be able to do, is basically like getting dogs and rehoming them, because I enjoy getting the dog to be in a much better place, getting the dog more confident, getting the dog to be more bold, more socialized to the world, just spending the time to get them there. Then once they're there, it's like, oh, you're ready to go somewhere. Someone would just really appreciate you. And it's not going to take much for that next person to be able to do, because it doesn't come down to doing because of force in a way. They're just doing because they're like, oh, okay, it's just what we do right now. So it's not a hard transition for that dog to, you got to like put a pressure collar on them to get them to function for you. And when you don't have that, or you don't have the treats and the dogs don't listen. Someone straight up told me that this isn't going to work. And if I had to listen to them, I would still be struggling. But I decided to do something completely different, because I had to just try it out myself and not just try to take someone else's word for it. Because, again, I hope that someone can just really start doing something that you really want to do, and stop listening to the folks that don't care about what it is that you really want to be able to do. That you gotta, that you gotta just, where's my pocket? There's my pocket. You gotta just get out and get done and make it happen without caring about what someone's gonna have to think or say about it. Because everyone's got something to say about what it, hold on. Okay. All right. Everyone's gonna have something to say about how you're just you're no good, basically. And that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna go anywhere. But they've never even tried it themselves either. Thank you. Some days I just wake up and I just look out the window. I don't know why I've been sleeping with my windows open. Even though the roosters be screaming at me. They start screaming at me and I just wake up and I just look around and I'm just like, if I would have just done what everyone else is telling me to do, I wouldn't be able to experience this right now. Because they were all telling me that everything that I'm doing is just pointless and worthless. it ain't gonna go nowhere. It ain't gonna bring you nothing. It's still weird. Every time I throw stuff away. Lately, I just been throwing stuff away. Again, I just have to like clean house. I moved from my old house. I threw a whole 40-foot dumpster of stuff away. Just threw it away. It makes me feel so much better. It's just like, I don't know how to say it. Just like, it's like baggage being taken away. It's just like your life just gets freer. That's why right now, even I'm consolidating everything that I've got, even my animals. Cutting back on the chickens. Only gonna just raise enough because I want to get into the rabbits more as well to make it easier because they're not as loud. Roosters be screaming all day. I thought they only screamed at in the morning time. They screaming and hot and hooling. Even the girls are out there bucking and clucking all day. They're just loud. I kind of want to get us quieter. That's why all rabbits, they're quieter and they're just quieter. I'm just going back to raising enough just for the food for the dogs, and that's it. No extra. No worried about trying to package it to sell it to do anything. No, just enough to just survive. Be minimal as all can be. Only just enough. It's just, there's something about that that just makes life so wonderful. As opposed to just when I would always just want to keep getting more and more and more and doing more and more. When you just go to the bare bones of simple, life is easy. That's where things are getting struggling, I believe, with people or relationships. You're trying to do too much. Just do too much. I gotta make this perfect date night. I gotta do this perfect thing, and I gotta clean the house this way for that they'll like me more. Whatever. You're just doing too much, as opposed to just living. My favorite rule, especially, I know a lot of people that watch me, pay attention to me, just like me. I moved to the 80-20 rule when I'm doing stuff. I used to be 99-1. And in reality, I used to force myself to be 100% perfect with everything. But today, I'm even pushing that 80 down to even 70 and 60 in some cases. When I'm cleaning, I want it to be 80% good. I'm not worried about 100. Because when you're worried about 100, you got to get every little speck, every little thing. I'm telling you, you're driving yourself insane right now. As opposed to just, you see that dirt there? You didn't pick it up? You get it next time. Because you're going to clean again in 2 days anyways. So it's like, you're just in this rotation of, you're going to keep doing it anyways. And if I was doing it only once, and it's still, not even, if I was only doing it once, 80-20. It's just not going to be perfect. And life got so much easier for me. With these dogs, I'm at like a 50-50 in reality. I'm not looking for no perfection. If I say stop, sit, here, or wait, anything, I don't expect them to, at 100% stance, do it. I'm just going to say it again. I'm just going to say it again. And if I still don't get what I want, I'm just going to say it again. And I'm going to move on with my life and just, okay, we're going on. Life is so easy. It's so easy. But there is one thing that I do know. When it comes down to something that's like dangerous, these dogs snap and move in a flash. So when there's like that's a perfect thing. Not so much as danger, but it is some danger. Is if this Dalmatian is like, I'm going to go chase that deer. She's like taking off. I can see it in her. She's got this like look that she's like, she's committed before she does it. I always see it in her, unless if she's behind me. But she doesn't really do it when she's behind me. She's done it twice so far that I brought her out here. And both times I saw when she was going to do it. And both times I say, hey, I get a little loud. I'll say no. And she stops in her tracks instantly. She doesn't even think about going and pushing past that. She just instantly lets it go. When it comes down to something that I say is danger, they just respond on that, what I would say is 100%. But for everything else, I just be so relaxed and so chill and just, we're good. Everything's fine. And I realize how simple life really starts to get. It's getting all the extra mess out. The expectations that you put on other stuff, you better put those same expectations on your own self. So if right now you're expecting that your wife or your husband does this or does that, you better make sure that you are doing all that same stuff. And I guarantee you, the reasons on why you're getting frustrated is because you, your own self, are not able to actually do what it is that you're demanding that others and other stuff do. That's a part of the relationships that people are stumbling today. You want this dog to be so perfect, but you're not. You want it to come to you every single time you call it, but you don't even do that to your own self. You question your own self. You question your own authority, but yet you want something else to just do everything that you say when you say it. The moments that I realize that, I just wake up and see a much better world. I'm being more simple. Are the days that I realize why my relationship with my dogs are getting better. Because I treat them the way that I treat my own self. No less, no more. So if I want them to be faster and doing more instantly, then I got to do that my own self. And I started to realize that we're starting to pair up and be good together. Because I can't put more upon something else than what I'm able to deal with and do my own self.